Relational expressions are another really powerful tool in computer science. They're extremely important and they integrate really well with like conditionals, loops, and other algorithms and other computer science to concepts that we've been learning. The idea of relational expressions and logical operators is that we really need them because without them, there really wouldn't be a way to compare to variables, for example, to entities, to situations, and without that you can't have conditionals because you don't know, like, based on what input one, based on certain inputs, what action to take. You won't be able to compare the inputs to see, what input I actually have received. So relational expressions, logical operators are, they're just a fancy words for saying a lot of the different, mathematical tools and uh, operations that you have seen, and examples of them. You have interacted with, for example, equal to, different, bigger than, less than, bigger than or equal to, less than or equal to. A lot of these are logical operators, and they're really powerful because it helps compare two variables, for example. And a lot of programming languages and other computer science topics, you need to be able to compare variables to see, which one is bigger. Because if X is bigger than Y, then I, turn on the LED or something. If it's not, then I don't. And that's a conditional right there. But it also involves relational expressions, which are basically expressions. They contain variables. They can contain variables. They can contain logical operators, and these are powerful expressions because they let you handle logic in your computer science program or in a programming language and the like. These are very small, but I think really powerful things because, again, relational expressions and logical operators, without them you won't be able to compare anything, and you can't run a program, you can't have a program. There's very other, really other cool operators as well, such as and or and not, and these are really powerful as well because you can combine a lot of these conditionals and if statements and conditions, and again, to a lot of these operations and logic to create these relational expressions that contain a lot of different things. But that's what makes this powerful, because you can control logic in your own unique way, and you can tell the computer a programming language to do that too. And based on that, you get some output. So again, that input, a lot of these rules, these that we talked about in terms of an algorithm, which takes an input, does stuff to it, and then returns an output. A lot of these rules are based on mathematical operators, the logical operators, such as, greater than, and, or, not. And a lot of these are very foundational and basic. And when you build them up and combine a lot of them, you get really powerful logic in your program. And that's why they're really important, even though they look simple. And that is the essence of relational expressions and logical operators, very powerful tools.